How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing an overview as well as a little bit of an update with the compatibility for the PSA Dagger Slide. So I finally completed the slide, and I know I told you guys that I was going to get a Glock 19 Gen 3, so I finally was able to get one. There we go. Let's make sure it's not loaded. Empty mag. Nothing in the chamber. There we go. So this is your standard Glock 19 Gen 3. This is what we can get in California. But yeah, the PSA Dagger and the parts, they're supposed to be 100% compatible with the Glock 19. So as I had mentioned before, and I know we did the unboxing, I went ahead and purchased this complete slide. So it came with all the internals from Palmetto State Armory. The thing that I had to buy was the barrel and the recoil spring assembly. This one I was able to complete with a Bear Creek Arsenal Glock 19 barrel. For the recoil spring assembly, I got a Rival Arms stainless steel guy rod with spring. I just thought it was a bit of a step up when it comes down to the recoil spring assembly compared to the OEM, plastic guy rod. So that's why I went ahead and did that. So let's do a little tabletop so you guys can get a closer look at how the fitment goes, how the frame looks with the PSA Dagger on top, so you guys can kind of get a closer look at what the fitment looks like. Alright guys, so I wanted you guys to see and get a closer look on what the PSA Dagger Slide looks on top of a Glock 19 Gen 3 frame. So obviously this is just your standard Glock 19 Gen 3. So let's take that one apart. Just check the gun, make sure there's nothing in there. Bam. So then, boom. That's what it looks like, So, the finish is basically, it's virtually identical to what it looks like with the OEM complete upper. As far as, fitment goes, I didn't notice anything too different when it came down to, the firing of the actual pistol. So it was pretty similar. Now it does change, like I had mentioned on the introduction and the unboxing of the PSA Dagger Slide. You can see the slide serrations on the front, and now also, as I previously mentioned, this one with this slide, what I did is I put a Bear Creek Arsenal Glock 19 barrel, and I also have a Rival Arms recoil spring assembly for Glock 19. So those are the two main differences between this and the OEM slide, obviously. Now the sights, it's actually pretty good. See if I can get them to can't really get them to line them up, but yeah, there we go, right there. So they're a little bit taller than your regular a little bit taller than the OEM slide. The sights, these are your standard OEM Glock sights. They're kind of sucky. But yeah, just wanted you guys to get a closer look and see what it looks like. So let's go back up top, and then we'll review over what it was like going to the range, shooting, and the overall feel of the slide on top of the Glock 19 Gen 3. Now that we're back up top, you guys got a closer look on the tabletop, how it looks. Here it is again. It does give it a bit of a different look, because of the serrations, the look of the slide, compared to the OEM. It's a little bit more blocky, more squarish. Now, these are a little more, gives it a bit of an accent when it comes down to the slide on the front. Also on the front serrations, you can do press checks. If that's something that you're interested in, if that's something that you do for competition, or that's just something that you do. The slide, when I tested it out with the Bear Creek Arsenal Glock 19 barrel with the Rival Arms stainless steel recoil spring assembly. And part of the reason why I did that is because I wanted to see, and kind of test out how well the slide would do with aftermarket products. And it actually ran pretty good. I didn't really have any issues, any misfeeds. I'll show you guys on the video right now. I put about 200 to 300 rounds or so through the gun, and I didn't have any issues. You know, I'll show you guys right now. So as you guys can see on the video, it went bang every single time that I shot it. Now I wasn't really looking too much for accuracy. I was looking more on the reliability part of it. I know Bear Creek Arsenal, they have had a recent reputation of kind of low quality as far as like QC goes. That wasn't the case with me. It fed every single time. For the price of the barrel, you can't expect much anyway. So you know what you're paying, as long as it's going bang and it's working. That's the reason why I went with this, because I wanted to maintain the slide to be something budget friendly. I didn't want to spend thousands of dollars on it, or even hundreds of dollars on it. It actually worked. It was pretty good. The feel of it when I was shooting it, it didn't feel that much different than the OEM slide. It worked pretty good. There was not a lot of difference when it came down to shooting it. The one thing is that the sights, as I mentioned on the unboxing video, they're a 1/3 coat witness sights, so they're a little bit taller than your standard OEM factory Glock sights. So it did take me a little bit, so I'm getting used to. Also, the other thing is that if you guys can see on the front, it's all dark. So, at least with the Glock OEM sights, even though that, they're kind of sucky and they're plastic or whatever, they have that dot on the front, and in the back you have that little notch. So it makes it a little bit easier to align your targets. Now with this one, it was a little bit harder, but after a mag or so, I was able to line them up and get pretty consistent shots. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Now, would I put this, for a carry compared to the OEM slide? Obviously not, but it's definitely something that, if I were to get a red dot instead of, milling out the factory OEM slide, probably not. I would just probably put it in here, and instead of using Bear Creek Arsenal barrel, I would just probably use the Glock barrel instead. I did test it out with the Glock barrel just to see if there would be any issues. No issues at all. I only put about, I think it was like 30 to 50 rounds through the Glock barrel, so it wasn't a lot. But I wasn't too worried about the reliability, if it was gonna fit or not, because I've seen other people on YouTube, do the same thing, and they've had no issues. I just wanted to test it out to on my own to see if I would have any issues, which I didn't. But yeah, there you guys have it. It wasn't bad. As I mentioned, it was like 200 to 300 rounds through the slide. It worked great, no issues whatsoever. I'm actually looking to purchase another one. They have another one that comes with the actual side cuts on the side, more of a window opening. But yeah, there you guys have it. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Hope you guys liked this video. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good day.